Lake Tahoe is famous for its beautiful blue waters, but its waters aren't the only thing that makes this place magical. Lake Tahoe consists of a mixed coniferous and deciduous forest that provides a home to about half of California's plant species and 400 species of birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. The health of Lake Tahoe's forests play an important role in the harmony and livelihood of the environment and its inhabitants. But with climate change on the rise, what does this mean for the future health of our forests?
I think warming temperatures change the weather patterns in Tahoe. We've seen over the last few years changing winter weather patterns, everything from really, really big wet winters like last year to super dry drought years, and both of those kind of have different effects on the forests, but in general we're seeing shorter winters with less snowfall over the winter, and that in turn creates a shorter living snowpack, which reduces soil moisture and just provides a drier habitat for the trees here, and in turn promotes the growth of the spread of the bark beetle and tree mortality.
Why are the trees having a hard time adapting? Trees have a specific DNA, meaning that they are adapted to a certain condition, season length, snowfall, and temperature, says Evan Lowell, a forest researcher and former chair member of the Lake Tahoe Sustainability Collaborative. Here in the Sierra Nevada, the trees enjoy cold, snowy winters and warm, dry summers. With climate change in the mix, those patterns are starting to change. As temperatures gradually increase, we will start to see shorter, warmer winters and longer, drier summers. According to research done by Lowell, the tree rings tell us that the last 100 years are some of the wettest in the last 1,000, and the model projections say it'll get wetter and warmer. As temperatures gradually increase and more precipitation falls as rain, snowpack will decrease with each year. A healthy forest in Tahoe relies on lasting snowpack in order to thrive. The question at hand is, what does less snowpack mean for the forest?
You're changing the seasonal availability of resources for trees, everything from the water that they have available in the soil to also the wildlife that play a role in spreading their seeds, and it affects the whole ecosystem. And so when you have earlier snowmelt and later snowfall, you're shortening the time period of winter and lengthening the time period of summer, which just adjusts the whole ecosystem, everything from the squirrels and birds that spread their seeds to the soil moisture that's available. So you're also changing their repopulation efforts with wildlife effects.
The trees at our elevation cannot adapt quick enough to this changing climate. As a result, they may either migrate to higher elevation or die off. This is causing the ecotones, the places where the forest species change, to shift. This has become an issue with the junipers. As old ones die, they are not being replaced at the lower extent of their range, but instead moving to higher grounds. As snowpack and soil moisture decrease, drought-resistant trees like the Jeffrey pine will flourish, but trees like the sugar pine will start to disappear. Due to stress, sugar pines are facing a white pine blister rust epidemic. Climate change makes it difficult for native species to defend themselves when invasive species arrive. According to the Sugar Pine Foundation, sugar pines used to make up 25% of Tahoe's forest composition, but now only make up less than 5%. White pines serve many important functions, such as providing food and habitat for wildlife, stabilizing snow and soils, increasing forest diversity and health, and improving resistance to wildfire.
So climate change is affecting trees in a way that just the species now are moving up. Like, let's say sugar pines were before at 6,000 feet, they will be at 7,000 feet.
Tree mortality decreases the biodiversity of the forest, which also decreases the resilience of the forest. In turn, the more diverse a forest is, the healthier and stronger it is. With climate change comes a habitat change. Scientists worry that a continuous increase in temperature will cause a mass die-out of trees in Tahoe's forests. But with awareness and help from places like the Sugar Pine Foundation and the Sierra Nevada Alliance, who are working together to restore our forests, we can combat climate change and preserve our beautiful landscape.